A lady lives in an apartment across from mine. The first time I met her was the day I moved in. She seemed kinda nice, and when she asked me which apartment I was moving into, I pointed and said, up there on the top floor. Her response was, "Oh, then I can look inside your apartment from my balcony." One day, after a shower, I walked naked into my bedroom to get dressed. I had to pass the window to get to the closet, and I see the lady sitting there on her balcony, looking directly at me. I instantly jumped away from the window, stood there, glued to the wall, carefully peeking out to see if she was still looking, just to see her gaze look right at me. After that day, I started bringing clothes to the bedroom when I showered. And the times I forgot to, I would crawl naked on the floor, into the bedroom and under the windowsill, to get to the closet without being seen. One evening, while I was sewing, it knocked on my door. It was the girl in the apartment below mine. She asked me if I was sewing, and I was, so I answered her honestly. Turns out it was noisy. Might be because I sew quite aggressively. Okay, very aggressively. But we ended up having a little neighbor-to-neighbor chat in the stairwell. Since I haven't been living here for that long, I asked the girl below if she liked living here. She did, but her only issue was the lady. One day, the girl below met the lady outside, who looked at her and said, "I have seen you naked." With those words, the lady admitted that she in fact is a window peeper. The girl below was quite shocked by this strange confrontation, but kept on chatting with the lady. The lady also said, "There's someone living in this building who has a mental illness," with a hushed voice, like it was supposed to be groundbreaking news. How she had gathered this information is a mystery to me. But since she's snooping through windows, she might have seen a few things. For example, she doesn't only see me when I'm presentable. She could possibly have seen me at my worst. I really hope she hasn't seen me crawling naked on the floor towards the closet, since the point was to make myself invisible. Being caught in the act would be somewhat embarrassing. She might also have seen one of my puppy self-torture sessions. It's just because I really want a dog. A poodle to be specific. Or a mix of some sort. But curly and adorable for sure. But in this apartment, I'm not allowed to have one. I want it so bad that I weekly look for puppies for sale online. And sometimes the deprivation hits me so hard that I cry for an hour. I don't know for how long I can deal with these difficult feelings. Maybe the lady has witnessed these incidents. Seen from the outside, I guess this could make me look a little odd as well. But truth be told, I'd rather be odd than go another day without a dog. Every day I wake up, coffee in the morning, going to school, walking, cooking dinner, watching TV at night, looking out my window. No dog. Just a window peeping lady staring at me with her beady eyes. Pain is motivation, somebody once said. Not that it's a statement that actually interests me, but over the last few months I have laid out a cunning plan. A plan, or more of a complot. The Poodle complot. It's a plan in 4 parts, and the vision is clear, but it might be challenging to put the plan into practice. The first and most crucial part of the plan is to befriend the lady. I'm not quite sure yet how I'll do this part, but it's important since the lady is a board member of the apartment complex. Part 2 is to suggest to the board a short list of smaller, allergy-friendly, not very barking dogs to be allowed in the building. And naturally Poodles will be one of the dogs on the short list. The third part is where the board will vote yes to my proposal. Since I'm a dear friend of the lady, and the rest of the board are friends of the lady, and therefore me as well. Part 4 is to get a poodle, which will make me happier than ever. The most difficult part of my plan is part 1. I truly don't know how to impress the lady, and I don't really want to befriend her. Both because she's snooping through windows, and judging on her hushed voice, she seems to dislike mentally unstable people. And I dislike judgmental people, so we might not get along very well. Sadly, she's the crucial key to my life as a happy poodle owner. Therefore, I may have to compromise with my own beliefs to succeed. Even though she knows some of my deepest secrets, I don't know much about her. And in order to impress her, I need to find out more things about her. You can't bribe anyone if you're clueless about what bribe they would accept. I only know 3 things about her. She smokes long cigarettes. She has a cat. And every day she spends a good amount of time peeping through my window. If I manage to figure out a little more of what she likes, I can display it to her through the window. For example, I could decor my bedroom into the most beautiful thing she'd ever seen. She will then have to ask me how I managed to get such incredible taste in home decor, and I'll be prepared with a smart yet sincere response. Something about design history, Art Nouveau, and the soft spot I have for my grandmother. Perhaps I'll sneak in that I'm an artist, and she'll ask me if I paint paintings, and even though painting isn't really my thing, I'll answer yes and tell myself that I'm lying for the greater good. Then I will invite her over to see my beautiful bedroom, and when she comes, I'll casually be like, I just whipped out this cake real quick, want a piece? But actually it took me all morning, plus hours of stalking her kids on social media to find out what her favorite cake was. But all my hard work pays off, and both the cake and my home decor skills blows her mind. Then she asked me to come visit her so I can give her decor tips, and now we have a friendship established. If it turns out that she still doesn't want to speak positively for my poodle proposal, I have the possibility to bribe her with my decor help and the furniture for my bedroom that I didn't even want in the first place. Another possibility is the ghost dog. I build a camp under the windowsill in my bedroom and stay there day in and day out. And whenever she looks through the window, I'll project a picture of a dog onto the wall, just for a second or less, and then the projection will disappear again. I'll have to do it for at least a few weeks, which means I have to drop all my plans, call in sick for school every day, and do some grocery shopping in advance to make sure I don't starve. But if it works out as I hope, she'll think that her brain's playing tricks on her, and it isn't going to stop until there's an actual dog in my apartment. She'll convince the board to change the rules, and the lady will never know that I had anything to do with it. She might even buy me a dog, because she's so convinced that my apartment has to have a dog. Though, we could also end in a situation where the lady thinks she's going insane and the dog is a hallucination. If that's the case, at least we'll now have something in common, and I can be her support person, friend, mentor, someone who truly understands what she's going through. Maybe it's a little malicious to help someone with their issues when you created them, but it's not the path, it's the destination, as some say. And then she'll owe me a favor, aka Poodle permission. Last option is to blackmail her by kidnapping her cat. But I hope I don't have to go to that extreme. If all goes wrong, I'll move.